There is currently a really disturbing trend going on where you can take your portraits, put it into ChatGPT, and turn them into Studio Ghibli styled images. Now, as a creative and as someone who has worked on developing my own style, I know how hard it is and how much work and sacrifice goes into doing something like that. Now, Miyazaki, he took years to develop this art style. It isn't an art style that just came immediately, and it is an art style that is authentic to Studio Ghibli. So when ChatGPT comes in and takes your portrait and turns it into this Ghibli style image, what it's basically doing, it is ripping off Miyazaki's art style, the art style that he took years to develop. And if you are an anime fan and if you have been moved by Studio Ghibli's images, you would respect the company and you would respect the artist and you would fight against exploitation. And as an individual, what can you do? The best thing that you can do to support your artist, to support Studio Ghibli, is just to not take part in this trend. Just because everyone is taking part in a trend doesn't mean you have to do that as well. We have to use artificial intelligence to enhance our life. That is something that I strongly believe. But artificial intelligence isn't meant to go on a full-on war against the arts. That's not what it's made for. So we as human beings, we should not be supporting that, because a life without art is a really boring life. Art is what makes life beautiful. And I never understood the value of art until I picked up a camera and I really understood how much joy comes in actually creating your own art. And one thing that artificial intelligence can never replace, it is the joy of creation, the joy of putting out work and the joy of putting in efforts and seeing results of your efforts. So when you are working this hard and artificial intelligence just rips off your work and it just exploits it in this way, it is really disheartening, and I cannot even imagine how disheartening it would be to Hayao Miyazaki, who has put in years in developing this art style. So as an anime fan and as an artist, I cannot take part in a trend like this. I cannot support a trend like this. And just because the herd of sheep is going out there and turning themselves into these Ghibli style portraits doesn't mean that I have to do so, because I am not like the herd and I am someone who's authentic and true to myself and my highest values. Okay, so really go and do your part and support artists. If you see someone who's creating art, actually go and support that artist, because it's not about Miyazaki, it's about arts in a whole. It's not about only Studio Ghibli, it's about anyone who creates anything. We need to support our human creators. We need to support our fellow human creators and not artificial intelligence that's just going to go and put out its own generated interpretations of what art should look like. Because real art is authentic, real art has emotion within it, and that can only be done with humans. So please do not take part in this AI trend. Don't take part in any of the AI trends that come in. Just because your friends are doing it and just because your family is doing it doesn't mean that you have to do it as well. You can be authentic to yourself. If you have values, then stick by those values and don't conform just because society around you is doing that. Okay, let's respect our artists. Let's respect all the art forms and all the hard work that goes towards creating something valuable, and let's not support these type of trends. That being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, like, comment, share and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.